Financial literacy is a must. Guys, welcome back to a brand new video. I am your host, Ian Germain.
He's got two first names.
All right, so a couple things I want to talk about today. One of the things is obviously financial literacy. Like, I feel like growing up, none of us were really taught financial literacy. I think if you were in school, if you remember, they did teach like an economics course, I believe, but that's not really teaching you how to earn money, how to save money, how to make your money work for you type of thing. You know, it's not really, it doesn't really help you in that sense. We have no classes. When people go to high school or college, they're not teaching these people these things. So you end up leaving from college, you're kind of lost. Pretty much you're in debt, right? So financial literacy is something very important that most people are not paying attention to. They're living check to check. You get a lump sum. You're waiting for like tax season so you can get this lump sum of money, and then you spend it on BS. You know what I mean? So the second thing I want to talk about is, you know, the music industry. If you listen to hip hop or whatever music that you listen to, music is very important. I think we can all agree that music is very important. I mean, you have a guy like Leon Howard. If you never heard of Leon Howard, he's a guy from New Orleans, and he became rich. He went through a lot of hard times in New Orleans. He went to prison for, I believe, attempted murder, and maybe possibly for drug selling or whatever. I'm not 100% sure what he went to prison for. I don't want to speak on that. But he did go to prison, and he spent a lot of time in prison, and it was kind of one of those things that woke him up. You know, it kind of made him a better man. I think if he didn't go to prison and, you know, meet all the people that he met, he wouldn't be the person that he is today, because he'll tell you in his own story, the music kind of taught him how to do certain things. And if you don't have a strong structure in your family, if you don't, for men and women, if you don't have a father figure in your family, that is very detrimental to your future. That is what I believe. That's what statistics will tell you. You know, a mother is super important. A mother, you have to have a mother. Like, it's super important. But a father is just as important. It's just as important as having a mother. You know, the mother has, you know, the nurturing things. She knows she knows how to take care of the love in the family. I believe that every person in a family, the man, husband, wife, they all have roles. Everyone has roles in the family. So if everybody's playing their role, then you could potentially have good kids. You can raise good kids, right? So one of the issues is a lot of these times, these young boys, you know, 16, 14, 13 years old, you know, they don't have that father figure in the house. So they kind of, they're relying on their mother to teach them how to be a man. And, you know, unfortunately, a woman can't teach a boy how to be a man. I mean, if you watch that movie, Menace to Society, if none of you have ever seen that movie, go back and watch it. There's a bunch of jewels in that movie that are like not really talked about. A bunch of jewels. And if you guys want to get into it one day, I'll make a video about that. But because I didn't realize it until I was older, you know. But anyway, yeah. So Leon Howard went through a lot of struggles in his past life. We're gonna watch a little interview with him in a second. He's kind of telling you how the music it kind of affects your subconscious. Now, when it comes to your subconscious, everything is downloaded in your subconscious, whether you think so or not. So for example, let's just say you drive drunk one night, you had a long night at the club or wherever, and you decide to actually drive home, which is illegal, by the way, driving drunk. You make it to the house, you wake up the next morning, you realize, man, how did I even get home? That was your subconscious that got you home. If you didn't get in any accidents, you made it home without a scratch on your car at all. Maybe you were swerving. Who knows? Who knows how good you drove home, but you made it home is the point. So how did you get home? Your subconscious got you home, because your subconscious downloads everything into your brain. Like everything that you see, your subconscious downloads it. So the only way that you got home is that your mind got you home. Your subconscious got you home. It remembers all the turns, all the directions to your house, because you do it every day. You go there every day. So it's downloading that without you even knowing. It's the same thing with music. So if you don't have a strong enough mind or a strong enough structure in your family, then if you're listening to music, you could potentially download things that you don't even realize. If a rapper is talking about killing all the time and pimping women and slapping hoes and this, that, and the other, you may feel like that you could do that too. You don't even know where it's coming from, but everything is coming from what you watch, what you see. If you live in a family, if you have a mother and a father, you grew up with a mother and a father, and they show each other love each day. That downloads, as a kid, that downloads into your subconscious. Now you understand what love looks like. You get what I'm saying? So, but let's watch a video, just a couple little snippets of what Leon Howard was saying. It's pretty good. If you don't follow him already, check him out. He has a good story. Matter of fact, if you forget his name, just type in rich guy from New Orleans. His name will pop up, which is pretty dope.
So we learn how to do crime through music. Like, I'm just keeping it 100. Like, I learned how to cook up. I learned about guns. I learned about that shit through music, bro. And even though music is vital to the culture, like they've been the gatekeepers for a long time, right? But like financial literacy can truly save our culture.
So right off the bat, I mean, the first thing that he says is that basically he learned how to do a lot of his crime and the same things that got him into prison through music. And I'm only speculating. I'm assuming that he most likely only had his mother. He didn't have really a father figure. I'm not 100% sure, but and then on top of that, the environment that he's growing up in. So you don't really have someone telling you how to be a man. And so when you look to the music, you just kind of follow what the music is telling you to do, which it's not. I'm not going to sit here and say that it's, the rapper's fault. I'm not going to blame them because, they're telling a story. They're living their truth, or they're telling their truth. So some of them. But yeah, so that's basically what he's saying. He's saying that that's how he learned how to do a lot of the things that he did.
And the reason why I say that is because while I love rap, right, it has become the soundtrack of a lot of our lives. What rap music has truly taught us how to build wealth? What music tells us this is how I bought real estate? This is how I bought credit. This is how I build my credit. This is how I started investing in the stock market. Even more so, this is how I negotiated my contract. So you can tell other young rappers how to negotiate their contract. You feel me? Like, they're not putting that in the music. Right? So what's in the music is shoot him, I smashed her, she gave me, you know what I'm saying? Most rappers and entertainers, they be broke afterwards. You hear the horror stories afterwards. Like, yeah, man, like, yeah, I was a #1 seller, but I was broke. How? You got 50 million already to jewelry on. You got 80 cars in the garage. You got a mansion. How you broke? And so here's where financial literacy comes in at. Again, it's nothing against rappers. Like, for the long time, they were gatekeepers of the culture. You know, they set the tone for the culture. But now you got some entrepreneurs in place that's saying, yo, like, that jewelry that you wear, the jeweler wouldn't even buy it back from you at that same price.
So yeah, I mean, basically what he's saying is that, you know, for a long time, the rappers were the ones that were leading the black culture. So, you know, a lot of people are inspired to be rappers or athletes. You know what I mean? Because that's the only thing that there really wasn't any businessmen that were showing you how to be rich. You know, so there's not a lot of entrepreneurs out there that's showing you that, hey, there's other ways that you can get money. You know, you can invest in real estate and stocks, you know, start a business. You know, there's plenty of ways you can be just as rich as these athletes and entertainers. But you don't have to sell drugs and shoot other black people and, you know, rob people. You don't have to do that. You can actually be successful by doing something that's legal.
Because you busted down. You bought that Rolex, but the minute you say, let me put the ice on it, it lost value. My shit, this is factory diamond. It is already increased in price, and I only had it like 6 to 8 months. It's already increased in price. It's given.
Yeah.
The minute you have all of that and it depreciates. Diamonds, people don't even know about the Bears, the Bear family, right?
Yeah,
Diamonds,
I don't even know about that.
I'm about to say something crazy. Diamonds only had value because this is why they made it a girl's best friend, because they needed something to do with it. It looked cute, it looked beautiful. Men weren't really into it. So like, what better thing to say, yo, let you get this to your wife. You get this to your girl. And over the years, that's how diamonds became valuable. But here's the dope part.
Because they're just
you can
rocks
literally
at the
take a
end of the
diamond
day.
and try to sell it back to the jeweler. He will give you automatically less for it than what you paid for it. The minute you sell it to him. 100%. This is facts. Rappers entertainers, songwriters who teach about wealth will always get buried in the minutia of lyrics and entertainment.
Yeah, so basically what he's saying is in the small minutiae of music, which is obviously it's a small part of the music industry, like nobody's really talking about like financial literacy, just finances in general, because people don't really want to hear that. You kind of feel like, or the industry is telling you what people want to hear. They really want to hear like, you know, cars, being with women, all that, you know, nonsense that we think that goes on in the hood or whatever. And they're not really talking about how to keep you financially stable. You know, I mean, I listen to rap music. I love rap music. So I listen to all types of music. And if there was a rapper talking about certain things that was like, for instance, like somebody like Nas. Nas is one of my favorite rappers. He is my favorite rapper. I come from that era. You know what I mean? So some of the younger folks, they may not really understand something like Nas or Common or Mos Def, Lupe Fiasco, those type of rappers. They may not be into those type of rappers because they're considered like conscious rappers, right? They kind of speak about things that are, you know, more so real life, or, you know, it's not always about shooting someone or slapping a hoe or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So that's more appealing to most people. That's why the music industry is where it's at today, in my opinion. You know, if they were to talk about financial literacy, you know, maybe there's probably a lot of people that will be in tune with that. You know, who knows? But who's brave enough to do that? Who's going to risk their career in doing something like that? There's not many people that will. They're not really brave enough to do something like that. So what do you do?
The reason why our culture, like, we kill each other so much is because it's in everything that we listen to. I'm about to say something right here. Check this out, B.
It's in the
Whatever you
subconscious.
tune
That's what
into
it is.
tunes your mental. Whatever you tune into tunes your mental. Now check this out. Most people spend about 70% of their day doing two things: scrolling social media, listening to music.
Facts.
Real talk. Scrolling social media, listening to music.
So, I mean, basically what he said there, what he said was like, whatever you tune into tunes your mental. So that basically means that everything that you listen to, it goes into your subconscious mind, whether you think so or not. The thing about your subconscious mind, you can't make it not go into your subconscious mind. It goes there, whether you think it's going there or not. So everything that you watch, everything that you listen to, it's downloading into your mind.
If you spend 4,032 hours doing anything, it has consumed you.
It has consumed you, basically, yeah.
It has 100% programmed you. It's so programmed into you till you start living your life based on the blueprint that's in your software, which is your subconscious mind. And so now
Exactly.
you got dudes, and don't get me wrong, and I ain't, because I was that person at 16, I went to prison for shooting somebody, right? Because music had already taught me that this was what my environment consisted of and what I needed to do, and this is how I should handle this situation. I adapted that mentality. I adapted that mindset. And so here's the even bigger part is now you get dudes 16, 17, 18 who never lived life, ready to kill and go give their life away.
Right, exactly.
16, 17, 18, man, I'm about going to do a life sentence. What? I can say that because I was 16 in prison. And here's the thought I had in prison. Watch this. Oh, I could do another Joseph. At 16, I'm doing a 10-year bid, and I already said, like, I'm equipped to do another 10-year bid. Man, I'm good, man. I got another Joseph in me. You go to prison right now, they got people saying, like, yo, I got another Joseph in me. I got another bid in me. It's real talk here. You
That's
feel me? Program, not program to say, man, I want to be a grandfather.
right. A good father.
Man, I can't wait to be a good husband, a father. You know, I can't wait to change my family, man. I'm going to be the change. I'm going to be the breath of fresh air. I'm going to be the person, okay, my family was suffocated and from wealth. My family was financially underdeveloped. I'm going to be the person that's going to breathe life into us. That ain't even much an option. I'm going to die for my hood, though. I'm going to die for my corner. I'm going to die for my A1s.
The mentality.
I'm going to die for the block. I'm going to die for the set. Right? But I'm not going to live to change my family. I'm not going to live to make sure my little one grew up with a father that gives her an advantage of life. I'm going to live to make sure I'm a grandfather. Right? I'm going to live to say, you know what? We was poor as shit, but I put in the work for 5, 10 years straight, learning how to invest, learning how to change my mindset, changing my environment. So now I can say, yep, I'm gonna be a grandfather. You feel me? Like, rap don't perpetuate that. And it's not just, like, I'm not so much mad at the artist because I understand, like, they speaking their truth. They've been programmed. This generational programming. This generational programming. I'm a programmer, and if they live to see 25, 26, and they had kids, I'm already program. I'm a program like people gonna raise them because they gonna already be in prison. So they gonna get raised by some more people that been programmed. I'm gonna knock them off. Nobody got the information.
Yeah, so you don't have to be anchored to poverty. Like, you can be anything that you want to be. They used to teach that in school. When we were in school, when we were younger, they used to say you can be whatever you want to be. You want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be this, an actress, an actor. You can be anything you want to be. And it can all be legal. You can do everything legal. You can start a business. Now, if you start a business, that provides jobs for other people. You know, it could be you could start off as a small business, but eventually that business becomes larger than what you expected. And in most cases, anytime you have an idea of something that you want to do, your idea supersedes what you thought it was going to be most of the time. So it's in your best interest to think big. Always think big, dream big, because it may be bigger than what you thought it was going to be. You know what I mean? So don't get anchored down with society tells you that you're supposed to be, because you can always be better. So shout out to Leon, because he's a real, he's an entrepreneur, number one, but he's really doing big things for the community, for anybody who wants to be something in their life. Like, listen to his story, follow him, shout out to him. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Like, am I on to something or am I tripping? You know what I mean? Like, let me know. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Where should I put it? Right here. Follow me on Instagram right here. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe. And appreciate all the subscribers that I have right now. We're not big yet, but one day we're going to get big. We're going to be big. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate you. Peace.